Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Ooh, Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, I do. Man, God is good. Hey, today I just want to get right to it because this has really been pressing me. I woke up and this was on my mind and I wanted to share it with you because I know this for a fact. See, I've lived this for a fact. And you know, the majority of things I talk about in the morning before we get started with the regular show is something that I've experienced. I can only tell you what I know. And so I've really understood why God has had my life go the way that it's gone. Because if I didn't have all these tests in my life, if I didn't have all these tests that I passed, all these tests that I failed, if I didn't have all of those, the good and the bad, what could I share with you in the morning? What could I tell you about hanging? What could I tell you about failing and then winning? What could I tell you about hanging in there when all hope was gone? How could I share that with you unless I've had those moments myself? I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what you're going through. Don't you dare give up. Under no circumstances. Don't you dare ever give up. It is the biggest trick that the enemy has, is making us think we ain't gonna make it. To water down the illusion that there's a possibility that you might still have a chance to get over. The biggest trick he uses is when you make a mistake and you fall, he gets you to start to thinking it's final, that there is no resurrection, there is no redemption, there is no recovery. He just makes you think it's final. He is the master deceiver. Don't you dare ever give up. I don't care what besets you, befalls you, trips you up, what circumstantial situations may arise. Don't you dare ever give up. Because listen to me, these are tests that you are going through. And these tests, whether you pass the test or it appears that you failed the test accomplishes the mission if you're smart about it. If you pass the test, let's say you're going through a situation and you get over and it goes the way you want it to do, then what you've learned is if you hang in there, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Mission accomplished. If you fail the test and it doesn't go the way you want it, and it goes the opposite, and it turns out into a negative result, and the response you were looking for is a no, that's not final. That doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean it's time to turn back. It simply means that now you have learned a valuable experience. You have learned a valuable lesson. You now know what not to do. You are now, because you know what not to do, another step closer to getting it right. Listen to me. It has to happen this way. You have to have the rain in your life to get the flowers in your life. You got to have the darkness in your life to appreciate the sunshine in your life. You got to have woes and worries to appreciate the joys. It is merely a test. So when you get through failing, and you get through stumbling, and you get through messing it up, all that's getting you one step closer to getting it right. Oh, my relationship ended. I'll never be able to find another person like that. Not only will you be able to find a person like that, you can find a person that's far better than that if you don't give up. But see, sometimes you got to go through the bad ones to get to the good ones. Don't you dare ever give up. I don't care what happens to you. If you lose a loved one, and Lord knows I've lost some people I've loved dearly with every inch in me. I've lost my mother, my father, my brother, and my best friend. I don't know. I know people who have lost their children. Goodness, man, I can't even imagine that. But they kept on going. What you giving up for? Oh, I got you, miss them, and I got you grieving. But I got news for you. Don't you let the devil make you think it's over for you because somebody else ain't still here. It was their time. Now, I'm not trying to lessen the blow for you, but I'm trying to get you up on your feet so you can stop all this, oh, woe is me, because the things that's happening to you, you're not the first person it's happened to. Come on now, let's get a grip. Let's wrap your mind around this thing. You have got to move forward if it's just in memory of those people. I was on one of the commercial breaks the other day, and somebody asked me something, and I forgot the question, but my answer was, I've always wanted my mother and father to be proud of me. And in their absence and their demise, I'm hoping just somehow, man, that they watching me, that they see their boy, that I'm down here, that I'm doing better, that I'm making something out of myself, that I'm loving my wife, that I'm taking care of my kids. I just want my old man to see that about me. You know, I want my mother to see that I'm trying to get my life together over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person. My mama was a Sunday school teacher for 40 years. She been praying for me for a long time. I just hope, man, and that's all I'm doing, is just hoping that they see me so they can be proud of me. See, you got to understand that when you make these mistakes, that when you fall and stumble and you get it oh so wrong, it ain't over for you. Don't you dare ever give up. Don't stop thinking, man, because it ain't happening just the way you want it to, that it ain't meant to be. Devil, he got so many tricks to deceive you. You know why you're being tested right now? Because there is no testimony without the test. You got to go through something. It's all good, man. I'm telling you. Just wanted to share that with you. Don't you give up out there. I don't care what's happening. Don't get deceived. The victory's coming, but you ain't gonna get it if you quit. Hang on, y'all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
1, 2, 3. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Yeah, come on.
Look at you.
When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Billy Ray Valentine. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Yeah, that's how we're doing it today. A little bit different. Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, Steve.
It was a Throwback Friday opening for me. Carla Farrell.
Yeah.
Never mad on a Friday. I love it, Steve. Morning.
Never mad. Junior Jodeci Jr.
What's happening, Unc? Morning, everybody. Morning, fam.
King of Pranks, F.U. Thomas.
Yay, top, it's Friday, baby. Let's get it, Unc.
Yeah. Go on, get it. Jungle Love.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
Oh. Now I wanna know you. Jungle Love. Ow.
Boy,
Yeah.
hey, boy.
Oh, the truth.
Oh boy.
They still put on the show.
Uh-huh, they do.
It's Friday.
Yes, it is. You feeling good? It's Friday.
Yeah. Go on, get this Family Feud out the way today, and
Get your
have me
weekend
2
going.
days off for the weekend.
What you gonna do this weekend?
Because I have no idea.
Barbecue.
But nothing is at the top of the list, though.
Straight chill mode.
I don't
every
know
now and then
what. Yeah.
How late do you sleep? I know you're a morning person, but like on your days off.
Maybe 6:30 maybe.
Ooh, that's late
What?
for us.
You know, as you
Girl,
age,
girl,
you
I
like,
get it
ooh,
in
it's like
deep. I get it in deep on the weekends.
6:30, huh?
Yeah, like I was up this morning at 4:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to come to work.
Yeah.
But I ain't got far to drive.
Are you working out at that early?
Yeah, I work out first.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
a
What
pain.
you working
It is
on?
such a pain. Working on fat.
It ain't
That's all
legs,
it
it ain't
is, Shirley,
chest,
yeah.
it ain't
It's not
calves.
legs, it's not your arms,
Just working
it's not
on
your
fat.
pecs.
No, I got plenty of muscle. I'm muscular. I don't need it. I just need to uncover them.
To burn it off.
Yeah. Oh, they nice, man. I'm strong. I'm strong as hell, but
So you're doing
know.
cardio? A lot of cardio?
no, I don't do no lot of damn cardio. I don't like cardio. Yeah. I do it, but I don't like it, I do a combination. It's lifting cardio combination.
Oh, okay.
That's the best way to shred weight for me. Cardio without weight training isn't the best way to burn your fat. Because I got to tone and shape too as I go.
High intensity training. Earn it.
No, I don't like HIIT either, Junior.
You don't like them either?
No, I don't like high intensity training.
You don't like gym.
I like lit.
What's lit? Low
That's
intensity?
low intensity training.
I know that's
I like lit cold, low intensity training with coffee.
All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, ask the CLO Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey right after
Ask
this.
me.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now to ask the CLO. He is here, Steve Harvey, our Chief Love Officer. This one is from Tangela in the Bay Area. Tangela writes, I'm a 35-year-old mother of 5 daughters, and I desperately need to get away. I've gone above and beyond the call of duty as a mother. I need a week or even a weekend to myself. My husband travels for work, so he gets quiet time away. My sister is stationed in Hawaii, and I want to go visit her. But my husband told me he can't handle the girls by himself. Instead, he suggested we all go to Hawaii as a family. Would I be wrong to plan my trip and leave him home alone with our daughters?
Yep. You need a break. You need a break. Look, everybody needs me time.
Yeah.
And planning a trip to Hawaii with the family is just taking the girls with you. The guy has to understand that he's sitting up here talking about he can't handle them by himself, but he leaves them there with you by yourself. Because he gets some me time when he go out on the road traveling and all like. He go to bed, get to watch what he want, lay on around. Come on, guy. In all fairness, he has to allow you some time to yourself. Everybody needs me time. Being a mother is hard, man. Woo! And the dude has to understand that. Being a mother is harder than fatherhood, actually. Because, hell, they got to give birth to these children. I mean, look, come on.
Carry them.
So that tag, we're sorry, they got us topped. So, yes, you need me time and you need to just go. And he need to understand that. He'll figure it out.
He will.
I can't. I bet you. Well, what you gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
But telling her daughters I'm going to Hawaii and they can't go, they probably looking crazy about the face.
You know how
Well,
much
you
5
know.
tickets is? 7 tickets?
Yeah, I mean, well, get to looking crazy.
Yeah, because I'm out.
Because I'm sitting up here with y'all looking crazy. See, spread crazy around.
Yeah, everybody
I like
gets
it
some
too.
crazy. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Schuler in Augusta says, I'm a 57-year-old man and I'm renting a house to a woman that I used to date. Lately, I've been sleeping with her 28-year-old daughter, and we've kept it on the down low because I don't need the drama. The woman has been ill and she can't pay her rent. Her daughter told me if I don't stop pressuring them for the rent, she's going to tell her mom about us. This will kill my reputation in town, but I need the money. What can I do?
See, old pimp Schuler, let me explain something to you.
God, dog.
You can't play the game, be the pimp and the player, and don't expect to get played or pimped. It's the game you created. You can't be the player and the pimp in the game and then don't expect the game to turn around, play, and pimp you. Yeah. Now, you screwing this woman's daughter on the down low, so you thought. But you pressuring them for money. Now, let me ask you something. So how you going to play the young girl for some sex, but now when it comes to some allocation on the rent, you don't want to give her nothing. Right. So now she's supposed to have to sex you, and you don't chip in nothing on the rent. Her mama, not only have you messing over her, you used to mess with her, and she's ill. Can you let some of the dog in you act like a grown man, or you just gonna be doggish your whole life? It's just about you, Schuler. Schuler. Now, I don't know what this young girl thinks that she's gonna accomplish by telling her mother about y'all, because that's just gonna break her heart. She already sick. So that's a stupid thing for her to initiate you with. But your dumb ass is talking about it'll ruin your reputation in town.
Reputation?
Wait a minute, dog. It's all about you?
Yeah.
You're sleeping with your former girlfriend's daughter on the low. You won't give them a break on rent because you need the money, but you need the sex from the 28-year-old, but you need your reputation intact. Look like they're going to be staying there for free for a while to me.
Cookie ain't free.
All right. We're moving on. SP in Hanover.
Sure ain't. It ain't free, partner.
All right, my husband died in January, and I offered to let his brother and his wife move in with me because I needed the company and I have plenty of room. His brother and I love to watch old movies, and we stay up late together in the living room watching movies, reminiscing, and making love while his wife is sleeping. It helped me deal with the loss of my husband, and I don't want it to end. Should I tell him I'm falling for him or not? What?
What?
They just buried Clarence,
though. Sleeping with his brother
January
has helped you
died.
deal with his death.
That's what she said.
Because I guess it's like he ain't gone no more.
Yeah. She imagines it's him.
So I'm trying to, and now his wife in the other room sleep. How old did she say she was?
She is, she didn't say, Steve. She did not say. Oh, she didn't say.
Okay. Y'all
Watch
watching
No
old
age.
movies.
Car wash, stuff like that.
Well, depending on who you is, I mean, how old you are.
Claudine.
Gladiator, I was talking to some people on the set today. They were talking about Gladiator, what's that? I said, Gladiator.
What?
What the hell you mean? What is
Russell
Gladiator?
Crowe.
She told me when Gladiator came out, I was 4. Wow. I went,
That's possible, yeah.
So, look, lady, we can't help you. I mean, if that's how you decided to get over the death of your husband in January, is by May to start sleeping with his brother.
4 months later.
I don't really know what to say to you because I ain't.
His wife wakes up, Steve.
Well, then they all gonna be in there. Now they all gonna be in there making a damn movie then.
Yeah. What is going on?
We finna see a
He gonna
crime
get up
scene.
sooner or later.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
I don't know what to tell you, lady. Sorry. Good luck.
And all
in
she
there
wants to know is
naked,
should she
though?
tell him she's falling for him or not? That's the only thing she wants
That's
from
the
his CLO.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Go on and tell him.
Tell your brother-in-law.
Yeah. Go and tell your brother-in-law that you're falling for him. And ask him to go in there and tell his wife how she feel about it.
Right.
Your sister.
And y'all make
too
some
stupid.
coffee and talk it over.
Right us back.
While your husband's picture is on the wall.
Coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we got to talk about this. Cedric The Entertainer finally speaks out. He addresses the Katt Williams stealing joke accusation. We're going to talk about it at the top
Really?
of the hour. Yeah. Ceddy, come on. But right now, I don't believe it. Right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got, Neff?
Ooh, I don't know. It's so much in the headlines with
I
what you
know.
just ran off. I'm sorry. Ooh, okay.
You want to talk about this pizza and these toppings?
That's what it is. It's no anchovies because black people don't eat anchovies. Okay.
So you say.
Okay. You know what? How can they get? I was finna give out my number, tell them to text me if you eat anchovy, but I don't want everybody to have my number, so let me stop. I
Yeah,
was finna tell
genius.
everybody.
Go
Text
ahead.
me.
Give out the number.
Do a survey.
I want a black person's anchovy survey on who eats anchovies and who doesn't. But anyway, prank is no anchovies. Let's go, Cat Dog.
Hello.
Hey man, who is the person I need to talk to about? I got a pizza that's been messed up. Who do I need to talk to?
Well, you can talk to me, sir. What's going on? What happened to your pizza?
Somebody put some anchovies on my pizza. Black people don't eat no anchovies, man. So who would do that? Who would put anchovies on my damn pizza?
Listen,
I didn't order no.
settle down with the language there, pal. All right? You know, if you got anchovies on your pizza, you just must have gotten mixed up with another order. I'll send you another pizza. It ain't a big deal.
But I ain't asking no anchovies, man. Matter of fact, let me ask you something. What the is an anchovy any damn way?
It's like a sardine. That's what a anchovy is, okay, pal? It's like a sardine.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. First of all, what's your name? What is your name?
I'm Gino.
So you the owner of the damn pizza place?
Yeah, I own the damn pizza place. I don't need people calling me and cursing at me because it was a mistake. You know, mistakes happen, pal. Worse things go on in this life than you getting some anchovies on your pizza.
Hey, man, okay, so here's the deal. I done had a bunch of guests come to my house or order pizza, and every last one of them got anchovies on them. You know what I'm saying? So I got an issue with it. I done spent over $50 with you with these pizzas, and the made wrong.
Nobody likes anchovies?
No, but I told you before, black people don't eat no anchovies, man. Okay?
Hold on. I'm almost certain I've served anchovy pizza to black people before.
Okay, the black people that I know don't eat anchovies. Okay,
well then we'll send you some pizzas without any anchovies on them.
Hey, you know what? I don't like your attitude. You know what, man? You mess around and
if you didn't come at me with so much attitude to start with, you wouldn't get no attitude.
Okay. Look at it. Don't get your ass whooped. Okay? Don't get your ass whooped.
What did you just? What? Excuse me. What did you just? Did you just threaten me?
I said, don't get your.
Do you think you're talking? Who the do you think you're talking to? Face.
I'm talking to Gino, the owner of Pizzeria. You.
That's right. That's right. You don't tell me you're going to kick my okay, pal? You know where the pizzeria is. You know, you just calm down.
Do you? Okay, that's it. I tell you what, man. In the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm gonna walk down there and kick your little ass behind putting these anchovies on here and having a little pompous attitude like you think you can't get your ass whooped.
You come on down here, okay? And we'll see. Do me a favor. Go yourself and the horse you rode in on, okay? And bring it on down here. All right, we'll take care of it there. I'll stuff some anchovies up your all right, pal?
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Okay. You like to say okay a lot, do you? Is that one of your favorite words, okay?
Yeah, you need to have somebody there with you when I get there, because I promise you, Gino finna get his ass whooped.
Yeah, Gino's shaking in his boots, pal. Me and my anchovies, we're sitting here scared out of our minds right now.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I've dealt with clowns like you my whole life. Please.
Okay. Let me tell you this here. Do you know who you're talking to?
I'm talking to some idiot who don't know how to talk. That's what I'm talking to.
No, you're talking to nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Mr. Gino, you just got pranked.
You telling me I'm throwing F-bombs all over the radio?
You dropping F-bombs all over the radio, baby.
Who? I want to know who did this to me, because they're getting some F-bombs.
Who
did this to me?
Do you have a guy that works for you? He says he works 5 to close. Andre. You got a Dre that works for you?
Yeah, I got a Dre that works for me, and Dre's going to be spending some time in a walk-in freezer. Black people don't eat anchovies, huh?
Black people don't eat anchovies, baby. Hey, I got to ask you this, Mr. Gino. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Your show. The baddest radio show in the land is the Steve Harvey Show.
With no
Steve Harvey Morning.
No
Steve Harvey Morning Show. I'm going to send you some pizzas. I'm sending that station dozens of pizzas with double anchovies on every one of them.
All right, there you go. No anchovies.
Yeah. He was about it though.
Gino. Oh, he got real Italian.
Yes, he did.
He got real Italian.
Yeah, I'm shaking. Yeah, me
and the anchovies. Yeah.
We're shaking.
Dropping F-bombs all over the radio.
He was embarrassed afterwards.
Yes, he was. Sounds like
such
a sweet guy. Yeah.
That's one of his employees got me to do it. So, hey, you know who works for you. You know how it go, baby. Okay, so here we go. Tampa, I'm sold out. No tickets. No more shows. We will see if they will add some. I'm working on it. But I'm just on sale now in Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach at the Funny Bone. Tickets are on sale right now. That is July, ladies and gentlemen, okay? That is the month of July. So if you're in Virginia Beach, it's going to look like Tampa in a minute. It's going to be sold out. So that's July 16th, 17th, and 18th at the Funny Bone. Tickets are on sale right now. The food is coming to town. The country is opening back up. The microphones are open. And guess what? I am grabbing that microphone, okay? So come watch me work. I done wrote so much during the pandemic. It's bananas.
So it looks like people are up for comedy right now because we need to laugh, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're receiving you well, huh?
Oh my God, they glad to receive. I'm receiving them and they're receiving me, and it's a beautiful thing. I miss them, they miss me. Let's laugh, let's have fun, and everybody leaves out with a bang. So like the shows I've done already, I did Birmingham and I did Orlando, off the chain. And I promise you, I'm not going this long no more. We can't have no more pandemics, y'all. We cannot.
And you can control this how?
I can't.
Are the people dressing up, Tommy? They're dressing up?
What?
Oh, good.
What?
See, yeah.
But then there are some I pick out that's got these warm-ups on. You be like, don't nothing fit, huh? Don't nothing fit.
You already know. Huh?
That COVID-15, yes.
Yes.
It is real. All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Katt Williams said that Cedric The Entertainer stole his joke. Steve, you know this one, the one that Ced did in the Kings of Comedy movie. During an interview, Katt Williams revealed that the one about having to park a large spaceship Cadillac.
Back in the car.
Katt Williams is saying that was his joke.
What?
And that's what he's saying. Listen, he said, when it initially happened to me, this is Katt talking, it crushed me just because the comedian was when he said the comedian he's talking about said, was already bigger and more famous than me. And he took my closing joke and made it his closing joke on the Kings of Comedy. This is Katt Williams.
What?
Well, you know, said.
Whoa. You talking about Cutie Pie?
Cutie Pie.
Yeah,
back in the Deuce and the Quarter up?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What? Dog.
Well, let's see what Said had to say,
Okay,
dog.
well, Said responded, Steve. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
All right, so Said responded yesterday. Take a listen.
Look, I have no idea what this brother is talking about. That joke is over 30 years old, close to 30-something years old. I did the Kings of Comedy in 1999. Probably had been doing that joke 6-7 years before that. I don't even know if Katt was doing comedy then. So, again, he's a talented brother. I have no idea what he's talking about. I've never seen Katt do a space shuttle joke. So, there may be something that he believes is true. I've written a lot of jokes. I've had a lot of comedians steal my jokes as well. So I understand if you feel, slighted by that, but that's my joke. That's my joke, dog. Driving space shuttle to the moon, cigarette, Cutie Pie rocking in the background, parallel parking the space shuttle. It's my joke, dog. So that's what I believe it to be. So that's all I can say about that, man. I'm not going to be in no back and forth about this. I've been doing this, dog. So that's all I can really say. Got a lot of jokes throughout the career, lot of humor, lot of doing it on different platforms. So, keep rocking, Katt. Do your thing.
He was supposed to end it with, I'm a grown-ass man. That's what he told him.
No, hey, let me tell you something. I knew Said when he was doing the joke before we did the Kings. Me and Said toured together before there was a Kings. Listen, man, I met Said in '89 at Steve Harvey's Vuku Ray, which turned into Steve Harvey's Caravan of Funny Funky Friends in Dallas, Texas, at a club called Vuku Ray. I met Said in '89. We hit it off that weekend. We've been friends ever since. Before the Kings was formulated, me, him, Bernie, and Said was doing 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 seaters alone. When the guy came to us to do the Kings, we had doubts because we didn't think we could fill up basketball arenas. Little did we know for the next 4 years we was going to sell out all of them. Now, Said was doing that joke before we did the Kings. See, here's what people don't understand. When you saw the movie The Kings of Comedy, it came out in 2000. We was on tour 3 years before that.
Right.
Okay.
So what you saw the jokes in 2000, that was just us doing the movie. That ain't the jokes that never even made it to tape. We was doing them jokes, man, before there was a Kings of Comedy. Before 21 years ago. Said was doing that joke in the 90s when we was on the Steve Harvey show touring together. I was with him when I was look, man, I kid you not. I was with Said when he conceptualized the joke. I saw that joke being born. I watched it evolve over the years. Said don't steal jokes, man. We need to back up off this right here. This dude.
Let me say something. I think both these brothers are just incredibly talented comedians, and we know that they are incredible. But I'm starting to wonder now. We started this thing a few weeks ago with this Big Les and this other young lady. Is this Precious where we Hall. Headed now? Where everybody's now coming out with this my joke, that's my joke? Where we going?
Every time you stole mine too. You said hi this morning. Hell, we might well just go and go there.
Dog, listen to me.
But Steve,
who
listen
said
to
thee?
me. We're from a different era of comedy. Said didn't steal the joke, man. I'm telling you, he been doing that joke for a long time. Look, I don't know when Katt started, but Katt for us was after the Kings of Comedy.
And he actually said that. He said that.
After.
Katt said that.
Well, he
Why
said
do you
that.
think Katt thinks that? Why do you think, where is this coming from? I mean, because it just came out of the blue.
Look, I don't want to get into nothing with Katt because we didn't have over the years. So I'm not. My mouth ain't got nothing on Katt. I'm talking about Cedric the Entertainer. I'm telling you right now, I was around him when he wrote that joke. I was around him when he did it. And it was before the kings of comedy. I'm telling you it was. Look, man, me and Ced been on TV together since 95, 94 even. So now, I remember when he was telling me the joke. I saw him do the joke. So now, 7 years later, when the King started and then came out in 2000, that joke was old. That's why it was such a seasoned joke. Ced put the Cutie Pie song with it and everything.
Yeah.
Where you heard this at before? I've never seen anybody even do the same thing. That's Ced's joke. That's all I got to tell y'all. Ced the Entertainer, a legend.
You were there.
You were there.
We need a comedy conference. We need a comedy conference. We do.
All right, look.
Ain't nobody having no conference.
All right, coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, introduce your friend, J. Anthony Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, J. Anthony Brown.
Everybody saw the fight the other night between Money Mayweather and the white boy Paul. The dance, the hug, the whatever. You hit me and I tap you back. Whatever it was. It wasn't a real fight. But I've got a card of some serious fights that are coming up. You want to get ready because these are some serious fights. Uncle Ben is going to fight the Quaker Oats man for a smackdown, so you want to get in the right place to see this. Snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop. They're going to take on Manny Moe and Jack. You need to get your tickets to see this. The Golden Girls are not dead. They're coming back, and they're not dead. People think they're dead, but they're going to whoop the Atlanta Housewives' ass. It's going to be a great match. Get your tickets for that. The Brawny Paper Towel Man. Paper Towel Man is going to take on the Jolly Green Giant. I'm putting my money on the Giant. That's what it is. The Energizer Bunny wants to get up in the Geico lizard's ass. He gonna put down the drum and whoop that lizard's ass. You have got to see this. We've got Monique going up against Iyanla Van Zant. Hug your brother. Go out there and hug your brother. My money's on Iyanla. George Wallace is going to take on Michael Blackston. Now, we're going to need a lot of light for this one. We're going to need light for days to light up this fight. Kurt Franklin. We're going to have Christians fighting Christians. Kurt Franklin is taking on T.D. Jakes. My money is on Kurt. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm putting
See my money on Kurt.
Come on.
My money is going on. Billy Porter is going to take on RuPaul, and who looks best in a dress. It's going to be a mess. You need to get your tickets for this right now.
Whole slogan for
Just the one I want to see. Just the one. It's a grudge match. Match. Destiny's Child. Yeah. Destiny's Child is going to take on Beyonce. They have been wanting to whoop her ass for a long time. Dora the Explorer is going to beat the dog mess out of SpongeBob SquarePants. You better get your tickets to see this. And then last but not least, the Los Angeles Lakers will take... Wait a minute. They already lost. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. I got nothing else. I'm done. I thought they had a match, but they already lost. I'm sorry. My bad. Man.
But back to Kirk and Bishop Jakes, though. For real,
Kirk
Jake?
and Bishop.
T.D. Jakes and Kirk Franklin.
I got my money on Jakes.
Yeah.
Get ready.
You got your money on Jakes?
Get ready.
All right. Thank you, Crazy Man Jay. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Tommy, I just immediately think of you when I see stuff like this.
What happened?
It's uncuffing season, so you know what that means. Not for you now, but back in the day when you were
Uncuffing?
Yeah. So have you started your plan to break up, to have a guilt-free summer? Remember when you used to break up right before holidays and stuff like that?
Right.
So this is uncuffing season. People are breaking up right before summer. They say that this year, uncuffing season will be a busy one because of all the COVID restrictions being removed. More and more singles will have the chance to get out and hook up. They're saying it's going to be a hot girl summer. So I have to ask you guys, Steve, Tommy Jr., and Jay, of course, what advice or reasons can you give to people who want to break up to get their freak on this summer? Now you see why I thought of you, Tommy?
That's easy, sure. You've been here 9 months.
Oh.
Let's start with that one. You've been here 9.
And that's it, Junior? That's all?
I don't need to say no more. You've been here 9. See somebody else. You see me every day.
I need some space. I just need some space. You're just too much for me right now. You know what I mean? We done went through COVID together. I need a break from you. I really do.
That's cold. That's cold-blooded.
Come on, Shay.
We done a year and a half.
Me? Oh, yeah, easy. That's easy to do. Start asking about her friends. When your friends coming over here? When the one with, and use the word big booty? Oh, she be gone.
When you say big
say
booty,
it, Jay.
girl,
Say it.
The one with the big booty. You know, when she coming back over here?
Yeah,
See if that don't break your ass up.
Come on, Steve.
Hey, look. It ain't you. It ain't.
So
It ain't. It's me. I just.
Right.
I got to. You deserve better, and I'm less.
What?
And I want you to have more. So I'm gonna step away from this. Now, you love my application.
What is that? To be together forever. Yeah. What is
Now, you fell in love with my representative. Who I really am. You don't want to know. Let me hang up before this get up. I don't want to start crying.
Well, we've been together for a year and a half.
I've already
I know
hung
you.
up. Click.
I know you.
We weathered the
He hung up.
You trying to pride now.
All right.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm finna start preaching. So this right here.
You just got the calling to preach?
Yeah, I feel like
baby.
I've been called, and I'm finna start looking in the seminary school. So I need this to stop for us to, you know what I mean? For me to get my life right. You understand?
I'm a Christian.
Go on to that
You can preach to me. I'm a Christian.
Come on.
I had a dream last night, and in my dream, and I'm just going to go with it, you are the devil. You are Satan. I see Satan every time I look at you. And I just can't get that out of my mind, how much Satan you have. You are Satan. And I can't see myself continuing a relationship with Satan, which is what you are. You are the devil.
So we're asking the guys for advice or some reasons that they can give people who want to uncuff before the summer gets on, so they can get their freak on before the summer comes. What you got, Junior?
Just instantly get her out the house. Just go on and say it, fellas, and just get through with it. You came into COVID 150, you're leaving 200. We're gonna do this extra 50 pounds.
Oh, that's bad.
What you mad at me for? What you mad at? You mad at me because you put on 50? I didn't.
It's 15.
I can't tell. I mean, you going through the door sideways. What you want me to say? I ain't see it. Okay, well, let's leave then.
It's over. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Junior. Yeah, your navel getting caught on the doorknob.
Close it out.
That's big.
I already know how you feel about this, but I'm just going to tell you. I don't think we're going to make it because I'm going to start raising snakes. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm raising.
Start
Coming up
raising
next.
snakes.
Bye.
I hate all of you right now. Coming up next, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, watch how you talk to my baby. Okay. Marinate on that for a minute. We'll get into it in a little while. Right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
LaRonda is my girl. LaRonda is my girl. Cat dog.
Hello? This call will be recorded and monitored. I have a collect call from
Ronnie,
an inmate. If you would like to accept this and future collect calls, please press 4.
Hello?
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 Yeah, hello. I'm trying to. This Ronnie. I'm trying to reach LaRonda.
LaRonda?
Yeah. LaRonda. Do I have the wrong number?
No, you got the right number, man. That's my wife. Who is this?
Okay. Hold up now. This Ronnie right here. Now
right.
I'm calling for LaRonda, who you know, that was my girl before I got locked up. I'm trying.
Pump your brakes. Hold on, man. We've been married for about 2 years, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You might have the wrong number.
Okay, hold up then. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know the LaRonda ain't married. I know the this like
what?
Say, man, hold up, man. Wait a minute. LaRonda is married?
Yeah, man. Just in case you didn't hear me. LaRonda's married. We got a 16-month-old child, man. All right? And we've been married for 2 years. I don't know who you calling.
I'm calling for LaRonda. I'm finna get up out this in 6 weeks. I've been writing letters and all kind of stuff, sending them to her mama house.
Whoa.
You trying to tell me? You trying to?
Well, you been sending what to her mama house?
I've been sending letters. I've been sending letters since the day I got locked down.
Wait a minute, homie. When you been? How long has it been since you've been sending letters, man?
I've been locked down for 5 years. 5 years, and I've been sending letters. I don't miss 1 week without sending something to LaRonda.
All right, what's her mama name then?
Ain't her mama name Miss?
Hold on, man. You been sending letters to my girl's mama for
5 years. 5 years. I'm finna to get out in 6 weeks. I've been locked down right at 5 years.
No, man. She ain't got no letters from you, man. She ain't got no letters. We've been together for 2 years, man. I'm sorry to break your heart.
Okay, hold up. Let me ask you this here, man.
What, man?
Hold up, because see, you got me all up with this right here. Now, let me ask you this right here. How I know her mama name? How I know all this here, man? What I'm trying to explain to you, I got the right person. I'm just blown away by you trying to tell me y'all married now.
Yeah, we married now. Happily married. Hey, man. Hey, you need to take your back to that cell, man. For real.
Hey, hold up, cuz. First of all, what you ain't finna do, just come at me wrong. Now, that what ain't finna happen now. Now, I got a whole lot on my mind and a whole lot of stress. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here just to let you know how this finna to go.
How's it gonna go?
I'm finna to be up out here in 6 weeks, and when I do get out, I am coming to see LaRonda. Know that. I'm finna to come out there.
Brother, man, look. Hey, you up here calling me with this ignorant stuff, man. That's what probably got your tail in jail anyway. Hey, man, listen. You come up here, you gonna wind up getting both put up in the penitentiary, man, because I ain't playing about my wife, man. Brother, you just need to go and chill out. After you get out of brother, stay somewhere, man.
Look, man.
Don't bring all right, man?
Look, man, all I'm trying to do is...
Hey, I don't care what you trying to do. Try to keep your... That's all I'm trying to tell you to do. So we don't both end up in the penitentiary, man. Or your might be in... You gonna end up in a grave if you keep testing me, man. I'm telling you, don't bring your here, bro. Just stay there, relax, breathe, enjoy the air, man. All right? That's all I'm saying, all right, man? That's it.
Hey, what you ain't finna to do is try to threaten me, fool. See,
homie, you up here talking about keep your man. Don't bring your here looking for no LaRonda, because I will put 2 up in your
I'm coming to see my girl. That's my girl.
We've been married for 2 years. I'm trying to tell you, you better take your on somewhere. We will shut this down.
Who you think you talking? Who you think you talking to?
I'm talking to a that's in jail. Don't drop the up, you black.
Look, man, I'm finna to come home in 6 weeks, and I'm coming to see LaRonda, whether your like it or not, and I'm going to see her mama, Miss. What you ain't gonna do is get in the way of me and my girl, somebody I've been loving and writing letters to all this damn time I've been on lockdown.
Man, bring your I will say it slow to you. Bring your and I swear to God, I will put your in the grave. That's where I'm gonna put you, homie.
Who you think?
Bring You better stay up in the penitentiary.
I'm coming down there to see my girl, see her mama, and get my girl back. My girl leaving with me.
You know, the only thing you're going to be seeing is the casket, because I'm putting your in there, man. I'm telling you, you bring your out of I swear to God, man, you knock on my door if you want to. I'm telling you, man, go to a mama house. I'm putting your down, homie. I'm not playing with you, man. All right? That's my girl, man. That is my girl. I will up.
You ain't finna do nothing to me. You ain't finna do nothing but release my girl over to me. That's what you finna do. That's it.
No, I'm going to release a rouse in your you come to this door. That's what I'm going to do. I'm telling you, man. Boy, woo, you can't around, man. I'll be waiting on you in 6 weeks. I'm going to tell you that. I'll be waiting on you in 6 weeks. Bring your to my door. You won't be going nowhere else. I'm telling you that.
You talking all this bad stuff on the phone. You ain't going to do a thing when I get there, but give me my girl back. That's it.
You ain't talking. You talking that behind the bars. You ain't
Listen, I got one more thing I need to say to you before I go back to my cell. Is you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy Devin.
Wait. What the
Hold up, dog. Listen. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy Devin.
Man, y'all almost got him up. I'm telling you, cuz I was about to hit the jail, man. I don't play that shit. Y'all need to stop playing these motherfucking games, man. Oh,
oh, man. Oh, man.
I'm telling you, I was finna go down. I'm going down in flames. Boy, woo! I need to breathe out this.
Man, go get you a drink, man.
I need to get me some up in me, bro. I was about to count down 6 weeks on this, man.
Whoa.
Said, if you come up to this door, you won't go nowhere else.
He was so serious about his wife.
He said, man, I swear to God, man, I'm not playing about my girl, man. If you come up to my door, I'm gonna put you down, man.
Woo!
We're gonna both end up in the penitentiary. Matter of fact, I ain't going. You going to get it, boy? That dude.
I like when he told him enjoy the air.
Yeah.
Just get out and enjoy the air.
Man, relax. Go on somewhere, dog. Go on, man.
Yeah.
He said,
you know when it gets serious when somebody go, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Boy,
He said,
dog, he try, woo.
Yeah.
See,
know,
it
black
rolls
people
up
do
in
the
him
woo.
and he don't know where to go with it.
Yes.
He can't focus the end.
No, he rubbing his head.
Yeah.
Oh, this man. Yo, no, dog. Ain't nobody playing with you.
Breaking out in a sweat.
Oh, man.
I've seen people get like that, man.
July 16th, 17th, and 18th, the nephew going to be at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Tickets on sale right now. That is the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, July 16th, 17th, and 18th. And, the nephew. Doing it, baby. Keeping it stupid. That's what I do, okay?
Messing
Keeping
with
it
people.
stupid.
Messing with people. We've been married for 2 years. We got a baby.
Yeah.
Sorry to break your heart.
Dog, you don't even understand. He all in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming to hear you wrote letter. You go over to a mama house. Go over to a mama house. I'm gonna put you down.
Oh, God.
There's two
All right,
places you
nephew.
can't come. Here and her mama house. Either one.
Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject, watch how you talk to my baby. All right, we'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one. Right here, right now. Who knows? It could be yours. You never know.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, thank you, nephew. Subject, watch how you talk to my baby. Dear Steve and Shirley, my boyfriend and I have been together 2 years, and we had planned to get married soon, but I got pregnant instead. He's 27 and I'm 25 years old, and we moved in together so he could help me with the baby. My family didn't really care for him before I got pregnant, and they really don't like him now since he's still not working and I'm paying all of the bills. Let me set the scene for you. I got a degree in finance, and I work in the financial aid office at a community college. I met my boyfriend at work, and he worked in the maintenance department. He was laid off during the pandemic when the school was closed, and they haven't called him back to work. In the meantime, he's taking odd jobs here and there to help me out financially. My parents have told me to leave him, so I try to keep them out of my business. But I am starting to agree with them about him. I have to admit that my boyfriend and his family are very ghetto, and I question their child-rearing skills. I have a 1-year-old son, and he started walking and getting into stuff. My boyfriend's pet name for him is Little N-word.
What?
Got that? Little N-word. And he says the word, the actual word. And that's what he calls him, no matter where we are. My boyfriend's father has commented to several family members that my son is blessed with a big weenie, like the rest of the men in the family. He loves to call my baby, oh God, Little Big DMF. What? What? I'm like, come on now.
It's terrible.
This is awful. The baby is 1, and it boils my blood every time he says it. My boyfriend's mother loves garage sales, and she shops for my baby's clothes there. I told her thanks, but no thanks. I love my boyfriend, and I've seen a different side of him lately, and I can't deal with his family. Can he change this behavior if he wanted to? Should I raise my child without him and his ghetto-acting family? Please tell me this isn't really happening. I mean, just tell me that. Because your boyfriend definitely needs to watch how he talks to the baby. And more importantly, watch how he acts around the baby. His family needs to, too. Who calls their baby Little N-word? Who? I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone who does
no,
that.
No, that ain't the one that bothered me.
I know, and the other one, yeah. And your daddy, well, I'm getting to that one, Steve. We all know how impressionable children are, and why are you doing this? Have you talked to your man about his behavior? And who, pray tell, is going to talk to your man's dad? Who's going to talk to him? He calls his grandson Little Big DMF. This is a toxic environment. I'm sorry to bring a child up in. I think all kids should be raised by both parents in a loving relationship. But of course, that's not always reality, and life stuff happens. And you asked us, can he change his behavior if he wanted to? Well, the answer is yes, he can. If he wanted to, yeah, he can change. The problem is, I don't think that he recognizes that he should change. I think that he thinks this stuff is okay because look at what he calls his own son and what his dad calls his grandson. If you can't become a better person and set a good example for your child that you've brought into the world, then it must not be in you. So in this case, I have to agree with your parents. I mean, I'd give him a chance, talk to him first, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because he gets it from his family and it's just in him. And they don't seem to know that they shouldn't call their kid little N-word, little big DMF. Come on. Get ready for supervised custody unless a miracle happens and he changes, which I doubt. Steve?
Well, this letter had a couple of problems in it early on that I kind of picked up on. Mm-hmm. You and your boyfriend been together 2 years. He's 27, you 25. Y'all had planned on getting married soon, but you got pregnant instead. Now, just listen to that. We were planning on getting married soon, but I got pregnant instead. He's 27, she's 25. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we moved in together so he could help me with the baby. You know, oftentimes I find out, and I'm not judging one way or the other, but I am going to say this as a thought for people who are considering it. People nowadays, a lot of people think that moving in is a solution. Mm-hmm. And you should all think about that before you do it. Because moving in is not just a solution, it's a commitment. And if you're going to make that type of commitment, then you ought to just make the commitment. But moving in as a solution oftentimes comes with the stuff that you learn about people after they move in because you didn't take the time to learn it before y'all moved in. So moving in amplifies everything. And so now we got it. Your family don't really care for the dude because he's still not working. And now here we go. I'm paying all the bills, and let me set the scene for you. I got a degree in finance. I work in the financial aid office at a community college. I met my boyfriend at work, and he worked in the maintenance department. He was laid off during the pandemic when the school closed, and they haven't called him back yet. Now, all this is good.
Hang on, Steve. Hang on right there. We'll have We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, watch how you talk to my baby. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, watch how you talk to my baby.
Well, all I got to was this couple. She's 2 years younger than him. They were going to get married, but she got pregnant, so they decided to move in so he could help her with the baby. Moving in almost never solves the problem because the problem ain't really the fact that you needed help with the baby, because if you read the letter, you still need help with the baby. So moving in oftentimes isn't the solution because the problem had nothing to do with him being there. He's not even working. So there's no financial contribution that he's making. And his child rearing skills are quite different from yours, as we'll find out. And when you met him at work, you were in a degree and you had a job at a community college in finance. There's nothing wrong with this at all, what the man does for a living. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Great men do all types of work. Some of my best friends ain't famous, rich, or none of that. They just the best dudes I know on this earth. So you could have had one, except the problem is you all are incredibly unequally yoked. Not just from the standpoint of education, it has nothing this, but you become equal, you become unyoked the moment one of y'all working and the other one ain't. We got a problem here. Because if he moved in to help, where's the help gonna come from? He got laid off, he ain't never been back. He been doing odd jobs to help me out financially. Now, your parents told me to leave him, so I try to keep him out of my business, but I'm starting to agree with them. Because your parents can see stuff because they not in love. See, so sometimes people who care about you can see things you don't see. I have to admit that my boyfriend and his family are very ghetto, and I question their child-rearing skills. We're going to get back to that in a minute. I have a 1-year-old son, and he started walking and getting into stuff. My boyfriend's pet name for him is Lil N-word. Now, if you want to call a baby the wrong name, Lil N-word is it.
Yeah.
Because you're sending the wrong message to this child. Secondly, that ain't his damn name. Right. Thirdly, why would you want to impress that upon a child? Now, when you all become adults, full-grown men, y'all can call each other anything you want to. You can say it's a term endearment. You can call it anything you want to. But to call it to a baby has no idea. And you say in this letter, everywhere y'all go. And it don't matter where you are. My boyfriend, you call him Lil N-word. Restaurant, daycare, picking him up, chastising him. How do you chastise a child by calling him Lil N-word? You're defeating the purpose of trying to discipline him. You undisciplined by calling him that. You disrespect him by calling that. And then you want him to do what you say do. So what, that make you the big N-word? See, it's not going to help. But then your boyfriend's father has commented to several family members that my son is blessed with a big weenie like the rest of the men in the family, and he loves to call my baby Little Big DML. Wow. Now, that's funny as hell to me. But your grandfather's nickname for you is Little Big DML.
That's horrible.
Now, listen to me. I have 3 grandsons, 4 granddaughters. Now, let me explain something to you. They've all heard me cuss, I'll admit that.
Yes.
And BJ blessed too. But I'm not calling him Little Big DMF. Because, first of all, he don't even really know what's going on yet.
Yeah.
And why would I introduce that to him? And first of all, MF is out of the question to refer to my grandchildren. But Weenie Size is so damn ignorant. It's just a level of ignorance on the adult's part. It's just high level ignorance. And it boils your blood every time he says it. My boyfriend's mother, here going, this the last straw. The boy mama like garage sales, and that's why he buy all the baby clothes. Now, what I am like, garage sales ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with thrift stores. That's what you do. They clean them clothes, all like that. That ain't me though. See, I grew up with enough of that. We not reverting back. And people like to feel a certain way about their children. And if you can afford to do nice things for your children, most parents do. Now, don't go get little white kids' clothes off the little table and bring them to my little black ass baby. We not gonna do
What, Steve?
I said, I'm sorry. I said, don't go get no little white kids' clothes off this table and bring them over here and put them on my little black ass baby. We're not finna do that. I'm not finna let you do that. So now you got your boyfriend is stupid. Your daddy is boyfriend's daddy is stupid. His grandma. The grandmama like to go garage shopping and buy all your clothes off there. I can't deal with his family. Can he change his behavior? Not at 27. Should I raise my child without him in it? Now that's up to you, but I'll just give you this advice. You should be with somebody you equally yoked. You should have things in common. You should have the same ideals. You should have the same ideals when it comes to trial rig, and you have common interests. I don't hear none of that in the letter. So now you got to make your own decision.
Co-parenting. All right. Thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Instagram and Facebook is where you can do that, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast. Coming up at 46 minutes after, Sports Talk with Junior, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Junior is here with Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Yeah, Shirley, I want to give a shout out today. This is big because there's so much hate in sports. And these players, man, have had a tough year, and I want to, give them a round of applause for standing on their social justice. And one in particular, Jordan Clarkson for the Utah Jazz. There's a food truck that was vandalized with the words "effing" and it was Asian slur on it. And Jordan Clarkson is part Filipino, and he's also rated 6th Man of the Year. But we've been seeing so much hate in sports this year, with everything going on, spitting on people, throwing popcorn, all these different things, man. And these players are not backing down, man. They're not coming off their stands. They tired of it. At baseball games, they unveiling banners with, say, Trump won, Save America. That's happening at 3 stadiums. Yeah. In 3 baseball stadiums, somebody got in the stadium, unrolled a banner, and it's just so much hate, man. But to find out that this brother here, man, actually took his own money with some businessmen in the city of Utah, and they actually got these people truck redone. They rewrapped the truck. They cleaned the interior. They made it. They're gonna unveil it this Saturday. They are not taking us. They taking a stance. They're not gonna take this no more, man. And you can't force these people to feel any type of way because racism and hate is too much right now in the country, and we divided along these lines. There's some people that just ain't gonna change. But I just want to tell Jordan Clarkson, congratulations, man. I'm proud of you. I saw what you did, man, and appreciate you for doing what you're doing. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Because, man, it's too much already, man. Also, in other sports news, though, Julio Jones is now a Tennessee Titan, which is bad for us Texans because we have to play them twice a year. That's 2 losses. We can count that in for sure. Deshaun Watson, well, just put him out there. That's 2 for sure. We know we got already. Deshaun Watson then told you, one of his players, the Houston Texans quarterback, told that he want to play in Denver now. Now he don't want to be there no more. And now he going to go over here in the AFC. Now we're going to play them once. That's another loss. I see where this is adding up. And also, man, I want to say congratulations because there was an APB out in the NBA. The Bucks did beat the Nets last night. Now we got a 2-1 series. And Middleton showed up. Chris Middleton, it's good to see you make it to the series, man. 35 points, and the Greek Freak dropped 33, so they did win.
Ooh, that Greek is cold.
Ooh-wee, man. Tonight's games, you got Atlanta and Philly, series tied at 1-1. And then I also want to say congratulations to the Women's College World Series champions. This 5th national title for the Oklahoma Sooners women's softball team, man. They won their 5th title. They be hitting. Yeah. Them girls can hit.
I watched it too.
Man,
it was good.
So congratulations. Right. That's sports talk for today.
Thank you, Junior. All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, June is Black Music Month. You know that. And we're going to talk about Philly sound, the Philly soul sound, okay, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Steve, you know that June is Black Music Month, and we know how much you love music. We all know that. So let's talk about the Philly sound, okay? Philly soul. And got to ask you this. Can you name for us like 5 or 6 artists and their songs from Philadelphia produced by Gamble and Huff?
Produced by
Straight
Gamble
out of
and
Philly.
Huff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know them produced by Gamble and Huff, but I mean, everything. I know 5 artists from there. The most recent is Geo Scott. That came from Philly. Patty's from Philly.
Yeah.
Mays, Frankie Beverly is from Philly.
Yeah.
Gambling. Ain't no stopping us now. We want to move. I don't know. We won't let nothing. Yeah, you know, I'm just there for it. You know. But I don't know who all they
McFadden and Whitehead.
Yeah.
Oh, McFadden and Whitehead.
Yeah.
But you didn't say Teddy.
Oh.
Teddy is from Philly.
Will Smith.
The Delphonics from Philly.
Yes, Jay, come on.
The Spinners is a Philly sound.
From Philly, yup.
Boy, shut up. Felipe Wynn almost cried the other day. Sadie came on.
Oh.
Sometimes she be so happy being with us and Daddy.
Sing.
The Soul Train theme is a Philly
Standing
sound.
time, breaking the night. It's just a simple song.
You know, he's stuck on the song.
Filled with hello.
Not verse 2.
We learned the holy story.
Didn't they produce the OJs?
Yeah.
She'll always have.
Yes, Cheryl.
Despite the things
She paused it.
trouble world can bring. Oh, Sadie, don't you know we love you? Boy, almost cried. I heard that.
What about some of your favorite OJ songs? You know, Gamble and Huff produced them.
OJs were produced by one of the songs.
Jazz! 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 Let me! Boy.
I know his throat's hurting right now.
It's on command, though.
I was born for them notes.
So hard.
I'm from the generation of guttural singing.
Yes, sir. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What about classic Billy Paul, Me and Mrs.
Me
Jones?
and Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones.
Hey.
Boy. We meet every day. Man, I wanted a chick like that so bad.
You every day in the same cafe?
Oh, man, I wanted that.
That song is
I was with that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the classics. Jay, what's your favorite Philly? Come on, Jay. What's your favorite?
It's got to be Teddy. It's got to be Teddy. I mean,
which one?
Teddy
Close the door,
Pendergrass.
turn off the lights.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
TKO love.
Yeah.
Even with Harold Melvin
laughing
and the
at
Blue
me.
Notes. Yeah.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Steve.
One of the greatest 7-minute 2-part love songs ever written. Oh, I miss you. Boy.
Baby. All right. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You went away.
20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
Doing nothing, bud.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. Hey, did you guys see the principal at the North Carolina graduation in Raleigh singing I Will Always Love You to his graduating class?
Saw it.
He hit the notes, too.
Yeah, how touching was that, though? I mean, he could sing,
High
right?
Point, North Carolina. The school was called Wingate Andrews High School. He was singing Whitney, right, Shirley?
Yes, he was. I mean, you didn't know he was going to do that. He just got up in his cap and gown and everything and just serenaded the entire class.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where Tasia from, High Point.
Oh, Fantasia, Tasia. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Singing folks.
I know, right?
I didn't see it at all. I wish I had her.
Oh yeah, it was very touching. Yeah, it really
was good, though.
Black Music Month.
Yeah, and Black Excellence, the graduates. Yes, for sure. So, I mean, that has to make them feel good graduating, to know that their principal felt that way about them. You know, some extra confidence, self-esteem, you know, extra boost to get out here in the world.
Boy, that step right there, that step from high school out, that next step is a scary step. That step there. It's the biggest thing in the world to you at that time. Like, oh, my God.
It is the biggest thing in the world to you at that time. Every moment you get to in life is the biggest one at that time. You believe that.
Yeah. All right. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Katt Williams said that Cedric The Entertainer stole his joke. Steve, you know this one, the one that Ced did in the Kings of Comedy movie. During an interview, Katt Williams revealed that the one about having to park a large spaceship Cadillac.
Back in the car.
Katt Williams is saying that was his joke.
What?
And that's what he's saying. Listen, he said, when it initially happened to me, this is Katt talking, it crushed me just because the comedian was when he said the comedian he's talking about Ced was already bigger and more famous than me. And he took my closing joke and made it his closing joke on the Kings of Comedy. This is Katt Williams.
What?
Well, you know, Ced.
Whoa. You talking about Cutie Pie?
Cutie Pie.
Yeah,
back in the deuce and the quarter up? What? Dog.
Well, let's see what Ced had to say, dog.
Okay, well, Ced responded, Steve. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
All right, so Ced responded yesterday. Take a listen.
Look, I have no idea what this brother is talking about. That joke is over 30 years old, close to 30-something years old. I did the Kings of Comedy in 1999. Probably had been doing that joke 6-7 years before that. I don't even know if Katt was doing comedy then. So, you know, again, he's a talented brother. I have no idea what he's talking about. I've never seen Katt do a space shuttle joke. So, you know, there may be something that he believes is true. I've written a lot of jokes. I've had a lot of comedians steal my jokes as well. So I understand if you feel, you know, slighted by that, but that's my joke. That's my joke, dog. Driving a space shuttle to the moon, cigarette, Cutie Pie rocking in the background, parallel parking the spaceship. It's my joke, dog. So that's what I believe it to be. So that's all I can say about that, man. I'm not getting ready to be in no back and forth about this. I've been doing this, dog. So that's all I can really say. Got a lot of jokes throughout the career, lot of humor, lot of doing it on different platforms. So, you know, keep rocking, Katt. Do your thing.
He was supposed to
Wait a
end
minute.
it with, I'm a grown-ass man. That's what he was supposed to
No,
end.
hey, let me tell you something. I knew Sid when he was doing the joke before we did the Kings. Me and Sid toured together before there was a Kings.
Coming up, it is our last break of the day.
It is the last break of the day. I'm watching some of these graduations. The singing was nice, but y'all, there's way too much damn
Why you say that,
dancing.
Jay?
At the graduation.
Shirley, it's got to stop. At some point, you got to stop it. You just can't have everybody do a dance. You just can't. We'll be here all damn day, okay?
Yeah.
Get your card and thing and move the hell on.
We'll also have some closing remarks at 49 minutes after the hour from the one and only, our fearless leader, Steve Harvey, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are. Last break of the day, last break of the week on this Friday. It's been a good day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a real good day.
Of course.
Yes, always, right?
Anytime you put in a full day work and the
Here
work
we
day
go.
is over, it is a good day. It is
How did it go by so fast?
Jay something
Look at
else.
the time, huh?
Yeah.
Jay something else, man.
We must be having fun, right? Hey, we got to remind everybody to check out the new season, please, of Celebrity Family Feud, coming on this Sunday night at 8 p.m. 7 Central on ABC, hosted by the one and only Steve
Blue
Harvey.
cheese.
Yes.
Can
You
I-
be
can I-
dressing.
Can I just say something that I've probably never said? I mean, don't get me wrong. If everybody got a show. Well, 3 of us have shows. Can y'all watch my show sometime? I mean, I ain't never heard y'all talk about assisted living, and we in our second
'Cause you ain't
season,
here.
too. I mean,
Boom.
that don't-
We talk about it all the damn
now.
time. You don't be here to hear about it. They
Well,
announce
tell
the
us about
show
it,
all the damn time.
Yeah.
He just ain't here to see everybody.
Tell us about it, Jay.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for mentioning it. Yeah, good.
Well, tell us about it now,
Good
too.
Good to have a show. Second season, baby. Thank you so much. Ain't God good? Won't he do
He ain't
it?
heard a
Won't
damn
he
thing you
do
said,
it?
Shirley.
Jay.
Shirley didn't
I
ask
said
you
the
4
fourth
times. Shirley
time.
said, tell us about the
Tell us
show.
about
I
it.
said the show is in its second season. We've added 3 new characters in the show. Second season, we're praying for season 3. And if you pray for season 3, throw in a prayer for season 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You know
and
something,
12.
Jay, you know something?
What?
The key to a great conversation is the ability to listen. Shirley said, tell us about the show. For people who haven't seen Assisted Living,
just told
they
you
don't
about
know.
the show.
You just adding 2 characters.
I just
To
don't. I
what?
just told you about the show.
You didn't
First of
know.
all,
You just
gotta
told me
stop.
it's getting
You
picked
gotta
up.
stop yelling at me. Stop.
Okay,
You're making
but
me
you
nervous.
just got
Don't
the
yell
show
at me.
picked up for 2 more years. But what is the show about?
Yeah.
Is what
What's
she's
it-
saying.
The show
called
centers
Assisted
around.
Living.
Here we go.
The show centers around me, the character Vinny.
Oh.
His wife passed away. She left some retirement money to my grandson. Well, I spent the money and I bought a pretty much like Jay would do. I spent the money and bought a retirement home. So when he comes to get his retirement, the money's been spent. We got this raggedy ass retirement home. So they decide to stay and help me get it up and running. I've spent all the money. In order to make extra money, I'm growing weed in the backyard just to make a little. I'm
Sounds like a great
weed.
show.
You silly, Jay.
It's pretty much my life, huh? I'm growing weed in the backyard, but I've ran out of money. So Mr. Brown and Tamala Mann show up, and they put in $50,000 to help us get the retirement home up and running. And it's called Assisted Living. It's on 9:30 BET, y'all. That's it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, congratulations, Jay. That was
Jay, I'm coming
wonderful.
by there today to make sure you take your medication, okay? Just let you know I'm gonna come through there to help you out, all right?
Guys, all of you guys have great shows.
Hearing
That's
aid back
wonderful.
in and everything.
Oh, man.
Good.
That's good.
And Steve, tell us about your show, Family Feud. Celebrity
It's on
Family
Sunday
Feud.
nights at 8 o'clock, and if you pray for it, it'll have another season. Just like that.
All right, that's our assignment for the weekend. Pray.
Now, what season are you in, Steve? You in season 9, 10, 15, season 15?
12.
What season you?
Wow,
12.
12.
Wow.
I remember when you first got that
I yearn
show.
for that. I yearn
It's
for it.
the highest
I'm with
rated,
you, Tommy.
syndicated show in the country.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Who doesn't
Family
love
Feud is
Family
massive,
Feud?
man. It's massive. It has afforded me a chance to relax a bit too. Because of its success, I've been able to, stop doing
Kick
as
back.
much. Yeah. Well, kick back compared to what I used to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, enjoy a day off.
Oh
Take
man.
a vacation.
Like I now I won't work 6 days a week anymore. I won't do that anymore. You got to give me some weekends off. And then on my dark weeks, I don't schedule my Facebook show on my dark weeks anymore. I have dark weeks. I take my dark weeks. COVID really made me become more aware of something that I was missing, and that was time. Yeah. I was so busy, man. I was busy being busy. And I wasn't taking any time to enjoy the fruits of my labor, man. I've done really well. God has really blessed me, man. But I wasn't really taking the time to enjoy it. I was grinding more. But you don't need more if you look at what you have. It's really sufficient in a lot of cases.
Say that again. Say that again.
You don't need more if you take a look at what you have. And that was one thing COVID did for me. COVID made me focus on what I had. It slowed me down and made me realize, you can actually live like this.
Good.
Speaking of vacation, I'm going to holler at y'all. Deuces from the nephew. Peace to the peace.
All right.
Well, enjoy, nephew. Enjoy.
Me and the wife's anniversary coming up, and we headed out of the country. So
Aw,
peace.
nice. How many
Happy
years?
anniversary to the Miles.
Can I
How many
say
years?
one more thing?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
this is to Cedric and Katt Williams. The joke was mine. So y'all need to pass that up, okay?
Hey, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all Monday morning.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.